Let us go through some of the common functions or operations that we typically perform on top of all collections. However, we will talk from the perspective of tuple and dict. We have several functions which can be applied on all collections. Here I am only emphasizing on some of them. The first one is in. In will check if element exists in the tuple. This is how the syntax will look like. You can see with respect to both tuple as well as dict, you just have to pass the element and then in and then the collection. Whether it is list or set or dict or tuple, you can pass that collection and it will check if the element exists, if it is list or set or tuple. When it comes to dict, it will check if the key exists. Len can be used to get the number of elements. You just have to say len of and you have to pass the collection. Any collection can be passed and it will just return the number of elements in the collection. Sorted can be used to sort the data. The original collection will be untouched. Typically, we assign the result of sorting to a new collection and we use the new collection further if you want to operate on top of sorted data. When it comes to dicts, the data will be sorted based on the keys. When it comes to tuples, as they are just plain elements, the data will be automatically sorted based upon the natural order of the elements. Now we can apply the aggregate functions such as sum, min, max either on tuple or dict. However, in case of dict, the operations typically will be performed on the key. If you want to perform operations such as sum, min, max on top of values, then we have to extract the values from the dict first and then we can apply these functions on top of the values as well. We will see those type of operations as part of the subsequent topics. For now, let's understand hands-on how these operations can be performed or how we can leverage these operators or functions. First, I am creating tuple t with elements 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can say 1 in t, as 1 exists in the tuple t, it is returning true. I am also testing against 5, saying 5 in t, as the 5 doesn't exist, it returns false. So the output when we use in operator will be of type boolean. It will either return true or false. If the element exists, it returns true. If element doesn't exist, it returns false. Similarly, if you want to perform on top of dict, let's initialize the dict here. You can see there are 4 elements. The keys are nothing but 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the values are nothing but A, B, C, and D respectively. Now, if you say 1 in D, it returns true. If you say 5 in D, it returns false. If you pass the value and if you try to use in operator on top of dict like this, it will just compare against the keys and it will return false. You can use len function like this on top of either tuple or dict. It will give the number of elements either in the tuple or in the dict, or even on top of list or set. We should be able to use len. We will just get the number of elements in those collections as well. Now to sort the data in natural order, you can just use sorted like this. Already the elements are sorted, that's why you are seeing the output in the same manner. However, when you use sorted, you can see that it is returning the list type. Now the output is in square brackets. So it not only sorts the data, but it returns a new collection of type list. You can also use sum function like this to get sum of all the elements in the tuple. As all of them are of type integers, it will work without any issue. If you have the elements of different types, which is the case in most of the tuples, at that time you will not be able to use functions like sum directly like this. When it comes to dict, you can sort the dictionary based on the keys and it returns only the keys. You can see here the output contain only the keys and they are in square brackets. You can also get sum of keys by using sum of d. So all these functions will be applied only on the keys, not on the values. Now sorted also have additional arguments. We will see a bit more sophisticated examples with respect to sorted at a later point in time. For now, just understand that the functions like sorted can be used on top of tuple as well as dict, and it will sort the elements and return the list. When it comes to dict, the elements are nothing but keys within the dict. It will only sort the keys and it will return them as a list. You can reverse the sorting order by using keyword argument called as reverse. For example, in this case, if I want to sort all the elements in the tuple in reverse order, I can say reverse equal to true. If you have created these collections using complex objects, not the primitive types, and if you want to customize the way the data has to be sorted, then you can also pass another argument for keyword argument called as key, and you should be able to pass the functionality that is required to identify based on which logic the data should be sorted. We will see those examples at a later point in time. For now, we have explored some of the common operations that can be performed on top of tuple as well as dict.